Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Source Code. This is the basic C++ video series course. In the previous video, I have discussed the history of C++ language, what is C++, characteristics of C++, uses of C++ language, and many cool application-intensive games, browsers, operating system, etc. that are developed using C++ programming language. Now, that doesn't mean that they are entirely developed using C++, but C++ plays the major role in most of the applications that I have discussed in that video. So if you haven't watched that video yet, make sure you watch it. You will find a lot of cool stuff in that video. The link to the video is in the description box below. So let's get started with today's video. In this video, we are going to discuss the syntax and fundamentals of C++ language. We know the best way to learn a programming language is by writing programs. Typically, the first programs beginners write is a program called Hello World, which simply prints Hello World to your computer screen. Although it is very simple, it contains all the fundamental components C++ programs have. Now, this is CodeBlocks IDE. Hello World program looks like this. If you don't know how to download and install CodeBlocks, I have already made a video in which I have explained how to download and install CodeBlocks and how to create your first project. The link to the video is in the description box below. So let's discuss each and every line of this code one by one. The first line is #include IOStream. #include is the preprocessor directive which asks the preprocessor to include header file, and IOStream is header file. Header files are included in C++ because they have some inbuilt predefined functions and other stuff like classes, structure, etc. Even IOStream means input-output stream, hence IOStream is used for input-output purposes, such as for cin, cin and cout, cout functions. Cin and cout functions are for input and output respectively. So now let us move to the second line. Let's see what namespace std is. Std is an abbreviation of standard. Std is the standard namespace. Cout, cin and a lot of other things are defined in it. You can also call this function using std : cout like this. Here : is the scope resolution operator. Scope resolution operator is used to access global functions, variables, objects, etc. Global means anything which is defined or declared outside these curly braces will be considered as global within these curly braces. So now let us discuss what is the relationship between standard library and header files. So let us understand this using a simple example. Suppose you visit to a library. In that library you will find a lot of books. Similarly, here library referred to as standard library of C++ and books referred to as header files. Now, as every book in the library contains some information, similarly header files in the standard library of C++ contains the definition of predefined functions, variables, objects, etc. Now let us discuss why we use this line using namespace std. So let us suppose this is standard library of C++ and this is any other library of C++. Assume that this circle is a header file in the standard library of C++ and this other circle is a header file in any other library of C++. Now let's suppose these two header files contain a function of same name max. Now compiler has no way of knowing which max function you are referring to within your code. A namespace is defined to overcome this difficulty and is used as additional information to differentiate similar functions, classes, variables, etc. Now let's move to the third line. Third line is blank and C++ compiler ignores all the white spaces. So let's move to the fourth line. Fourth line contains a function main. As it is the main function, it is the entry point of the program. So it is the first function that will get executed by the compiler. Now note that every C++ statement ends with a semicolon. Now the body of main function could also be returned as this, but we use multiple lines to enhance readability of the code. So we write it like this. Now in the fifth line there is a function cout. Cout means console output. It is used to print output on the console screen. Like here it is written hello world. So when we run this program, we'll get hello world on the console screen. Now these are the insertion operator and here we give data to cout to print it on console screen. Now in the sixth line there is return 0. Return 0 ends the main function and the return value of the main function considered the exit status of the function. So do not forget to add the closing curly braces at the end of your main function. So they are the basic syntax and fundamentals of the C++ language. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon so you never miss an update. Thank you.